American Sports Media Radio will be right back after this message from our sponsors. Go ahead and roll it. When you need fizzy in your pop, it's Fizzy Pop, proud sponsors of Reggio Audace. Yeah, it's in Italy. Get with it, American fans.
Hello, my friends. As you can tell, we've got a soft drinks partnership. Come on, lads. Worth 120 grand. Again, I was worried about sponsorship dollars. We'll talk about that. So sponsorship up. This is for, okay, last season is 19/20. This is 20/21. So theoretically, we should know if it's going to go higher for the next season. We got 3 new deals at $250K per year. Hint, it's going higher. Broadcast revenue's up just an itty bitty, probably from like the games at the end of the season. I guess I should check to see were we on top. Oh, every time. I hate that it resets the fixtures thing. Why does it do that? Neutral site. Yeah, we got television revenue here at the end of the year, right? 12,000 tickets at home. Nice. Obviously, competition prize money, first time, 75 grand. Corporate and hospitality up because of probably those extra games. Nice. And match day commercial, same thing. So, Brodich Cassidy, which is a bit of a surprise to me, my friends. Now, to be fair, if we look at Cassidy, right? What's his... He's a 3.5 gray star. But he's worth 1.7 million. How much is Brodich here? He's 4-star. And despite the fact he's 625 grand, I'm just thinking, okay, let's look at Icardi. He's 24, so he shouldn't have as much of a reputation. He's not worth as much. Also 4-star. Well, that's odd then. I was thinking it would be like Cassie's like the big player brought in from the Premier League team, you know, worth a lot. But he was only here half a season, so either, I mean, if we sold 3,324 total shirts, and he came in second, right? Is it like 80% with Brodich and then down? Probably not. It's probably more evenly. I'm spending too much time on this, but I'm just kind of fascinated that a guy that we brought in January is second in the shirts, and we got a 53 on his back. I love that. The auto number people or the people that hate auto number going like that right about now. But that's what's going on from a match day commercial standpoint. Now I'm going to hop us forward. We're going to talk through our transfers. Oh, can we stay up? All right, my friends. The good news is we're starting the season in the black. Again, we did the Money League thing. I did have a comment recently. I'm sorry, I don't have it pulled up as to who it was. That said, like, you know, is that really realistic? From my perspective as an American player of Football Manager, I go, 1, it's in the game, so somebody has to use it. 2, we have the International Champions Cup that gets parroted around here in the summer, so, like, squads bring their, you know, like Liverpool and Man United, and I can't remember who else were in it this year, and it wasn't like, I mean, Mo Salah was there, but it didn't play every game, and it's kind of a marketing thing to bring the fans in and to take the fans' dollars. So you could argue, hey, you know, Reggio Audace is not at that level, but I kind of look at it like a smart club would do the same thing in their local market if they could pull it off. So if a team is willing to do a friendly with us, you know, because you have that option to schedule friendlies, why not do it as something like the Money League? So I don't feel like I am intentionally breaking the game to do that. Versus, like, I think attribute masking being off kind of breaks the game. But that's just me personally. Hopefully that's not unsubscribe. But everybody's unsubscribing right now. But, like, I think it's more natural to say, like, what can my scouts find? So everybody plays a little bit differently. This is how I play it. I think a smart club would call as many clubs as possible and say, we're putting together a 3-day, like, miniature tournament. Do you want to come do that? We also have the U.S. Women's National Team does that with, like, the Nike friendlies and the She Believes Cup and stuff like that. Obviously, that's the national team, not a club team, but it's the same concept as you would do that if you could. So I go, hey, let's do it. So we brought in Spartak Moscow, PSV, and Feyenoord, and we got smashed, but it didn't matter because it made us 150 grand or something like that, maybe a little bit more. It's kind of hard to like, it doesn't give a clear delineation as to, because we've sold some players and we bought some players and the bank balance is adjusted and all that kind of stuff, so it doesn't really tell you everything about it. But the TV revenue is that's this month, 35 grand. So was that was last month? I guess we could take a look. Last month, 414 grand in TV revenue. So again, maybe that sounds crazy for a Serie B team, but if I were the president of a Serie B team, that's what I'd be like. Let's bring them in, bring the fans in, right? That's obviously helped our gate receipts, 624 grand. Considering last season we had 1.7 million, that's a third of that. Not bad, people, not bad. So that's the good news. The bad news is, like, this is after we've gotten our prize money, because we were $1 million in the hole. We've gotten our prize money. We've gotten, I think, did it have the TV revenue for the league already? I guess maybe that comes out in chunks, like 35 grand a month-ish is what that kind of looks like. It's not a lot. I mean, it's more than last season, right? This is weird. Again, this is something that SI puts out, and like you can't, or maybe that's, I mean, like I can't scroll over to see the rest of the column. This is, anyway, annoying. So that's not going to save our bacon, right? Like that's essentially going to pay for less than a week's wages at 35 grand a month. So the other, 3.25 weeks of the month, the TV revenue is not covering that. So we've got to continue. The things that's concerning is I don't remember if this was on there the last episode, but sell players before buying. They want us to work within the wage budget. Maybe this was on there. Like, obviously, okay, go sell a player, then buy. You're probably thinking like, dude, it was just last episode. But for me, it was more than a day that this has happened. I've had other stuff going on. So, I thought I saw something somewhere as well that said like, try and sell some players. Maybe it was in one of the discussions. It's like, yeah, we don't have a ton of transfer budget available. You're going to have to sell players if you want to buy. So maybe that was just a longer form version of this, right? Like we can't just go buy a bunch of players. If you want them, you're going to have to sell somebody and we'll reinvest the cash. Board's happy. It's a B. Okay. We'll take a look at that. Actually, we'll reinvest the cash, 20% of the cash. My friends, we've actually dropped this down. It was 111 grand after our transfers, but we are now capable of scouting all of Europe. We're not, but it has enabled us from a scouting standpoint. Oh, I always mess up where to do the league above us, our league, and the league below us, and then from a youth standpoint, the league that we're in. So we do have scouts that can go out. Like if an agent comes to us or there's an analyst, you get a random report that says, oh, this player in Belgium did really well, right? Like in the case of DVV, we could send somebody out there. We're just allowed to. Like last year, we couldn't even send somebody. We could only go Central Europe. Like if somebody was in the UK, because there were some players like, that looks pretty tasty. Nah, can't do it. Now we can. We just can't do it on a regular basis. So that's enough. I guess that's enough waffling. Oh, and we do play Albino Lefe. Yeah, which is a Serie C/A team that finished 12th last season. I'm just saying, I mean, they've got a couple of, good-looking prospects. Can we steal them? And paid players, but like we should, you would say, be able to get past them. That's the idea. Because my friends, okay, unless I'm wrong, this is the actual Coppa Italia, right? Not the Serie C Cup. None of that business. This is an actual thing. How is a Serie C/A team in that? Or were they in it and got relegated? Is that a... Anyway. What? What is happening? How are these teams in this now? Why weren't we in it last time? I don't know. Number of teams, 40. Previous year's best league teams play at home. How did we... I'm very confused right now. This is the actual thing. This is the thing. Why weren't we in this last year? Were we not good enough? Is it a Jubilee year? Every so often we let the small teams in? Because they're playing, like, Serie B teams. Am I out of my mind? Last year it was Serie C, right? Okay, let's just see. Is there something that happens if you win? Nope, you get to the playoff second round. Oh, someone's going to explain this in the comments, surely, right? I'm very confused as to why last year and the year before we were in the Serie C Cup as a Serie C team. I understand being a Serie B team that we are in the Coppa Italia, but when you look at how did these teams get in is what I want to know. That seems a little unfair. But anyway, you'd like to think we could get past them. Yeah, we'll see if we can squeeze it in today. Although we've already gone a whole. We're not. I'm just gonna call it. We're not gonna do that today. We're already 8 minutes in, and we've not yet gone through the transfers. So let's do that. What's the easiest way to do this? Let's just do it. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. Our goalkeepers have gone. And we brought in a replacement. It looks pretty good. Aside from one thing, which might be a concern. Let's look at the outs first. So we let Mattia Samati go, and he's signed with FC Messina. Good for him. Just wasn't worth keeping over 20 player, right, on 375 a week until I discovered that there are new rules at Serie B. Why would I look at those? That it's essentially under 23 players can play without being registered. But it's not like we have now a B team, so I still wouldn't have had a place to put them other than like in the senior team bench, like below our substitutes. And so I'm trying to be financially wise here, going like, I really don't think he's going to develop. He's got 16 natural fitness, but he just was, for these types of players, it's kind of like, probably not worth it. And so this is not the full extent. We released a bunch of players, people, a bunch. A lot of these were just youth players that just weren't going to make it. You got Altair in there who wasn't going to really make it. He signed for Imolese. Congrats. He's making more money than he was with us. So at least we got him some exposure. He just, when I looked at the, he had two substitute appearances and he wasn't in either game long enough to get a rating, right? Same thing with Marco Durante, who looked good. I might have actually kept Marco if I knew about the under 23 rule. That's probably the one thing, because I would have loaned him out because he was doing quite well. Now, to be fair, that's a Serie D team, but he had 8 goals, 2 assists, was improving, so that might have been a mistake. But again, I'm not too fussed about it, because you also run the risk of keeping all the players and no one wants to loan them, and you give them away for free from a loan standpoint, and then that's not really helping you unless all of a sudden they turn into amazing players. So a lot of these players gone from our youth team. Durante was a standout, on loan. And then Venturi's gone. He kind of got, one of them was like, I'm not waiting around anymore, and just left because they were on month-to-month contracts, which is fine. Good for them. Go somewhere else, mate. He's still available, you might note. And Voltarini, still available. You might note that. Again, not that they're terrible, but there is a thing in the competition rules. It helps to know your competition rules. If that's our lesson for today, that everyone should learn, that if there is one, that is it, is what I was trying to say. The match squad cannot have more than 4 players over the age of 22. I actually just realized, because the other part I'd noticed was the you can only have a certain, it was more the squad registration. Where's the squad registration? This is, I like that it's on one page, but there are times I'm like, what is going on? Maximum of, oh no, that's loans. Maximum of 20 over 23 players in the squad, like registered. So they're trying to incentivize younger players, right? Maximum of 18 over 23 players excluding club icons. So really it's 18 unless you have a club icon. That may be a problem. I just realized this. The match squad cannot have more than 4 players over age 22. Oh no. This is not how I've constructed the team. The whole match squad? Does that mean that's including the bench? Okay, 1. You're like, who are all these players? 1, Over the age of 22. Born before January 1st, 1999. Oh, no. Mistakes have been made. What are you supposed to do with that? Okay, he qualifies. He definitely doesn't qualify. We might have to sell him. Oh, no. Labuti. Oh, no. Okay, no. He doesn't qualify. He's before. Oh, dear. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, he qualifies. 10, 11. Oh, he doesn't qualify. 12, 13, 14 of our 23 best players. Oh, no. Why doesn't it point that out in big, bold text? I cannot believe that. Oh no. I'm not putting on a show. I literally thought you just couldn't have that many register. I thought it was the registration things. The match squad cannot have more than 4 players aged over 22. Oh dear. Oh. Does he even qualify? No. Oh, we are in a whole heap of trouble, people. That can't, hold on, that can't be right. Oh, this is so bad. There's no way that's possible. Okay, let's. Oh, my blood pressure has skyrocketed, people. They've got more than that. Let's look at their starting. Oh, that's not even their starting 11, is it? I'm just looking at teams that were here last season that would, theoretically know what's up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, in their theoretical starting 11 that are over the age of 22. And they have a bunch of bench players. There's no way, unless these... Oh, this changes everything. Oh, it's a disaster. The match squad. Or is that just on the pitch? It doesn't say match day squad. What does that mean? My confusion continues. Let's go to Benevento. Looking at their schedule. This is not this year. Last year. Okay, I can't see some of these, I guess, because they're too old. But if you come down here, they played. Oh, so why did I pick this team? Spezia. Someone told me the pronunciation in the comments. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just looking at this is a league game. Okay, league game. Go back a year. Okay, go back a year. Would have been 24, right? Or 23, but not 22. Okay, so it would have to have been born after 1/1 January 1st, 1998. That's number 2. Would have qualified. So 2 of the first 3 are over the age of 22. 3. Okay, there's your 3, right? Luca Anetti started. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Am I crazy? I feel right now, this is going to be the worst edit of all time. I feel like a crazy person. Could the rules have changed? Because it's, can I see the rules from last year? Are they different? Oh. 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 I just saw it. Oh. I was so worried about the transfer window. Oh my goodness. See, when you read this, the match squad cannot have more than 4 players aged over 22 born before January 1st, 1999. B teams only. I think when I see B teams only, they mean Serie B. Ha ha ha. Last Juventus Zebras under 23s were in the league. That's the B team, right? That's got to be what's it, because it does nothing else makes sense. Nothing. I would have gotten some sort of a reminder, I feel like, from the board, like, hey, you sure you want to sign that player? That's another over 22 player, right? Let's just take a look here. 26, 29, that's 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're good. Okay. Sorry. I mean, I did read it, to be fair. I misinterpreted the letter, what the letter B meant. Okay? Oh. Okay. Ooh. I was like, oh, we got rid of all of our youngsters and we loaned all the other ones out. Oh my gosh. Okay, so our goalkeepers have gone. Okay. Focus. We loaned out. I think you'll see why. We've loaned out so that they can get game time. Leonardi, Perrier, and a new signing. Okay, the other ones are, I think, youth prospects that we just loaned out. So Leonardi has gone to Lecco, not Lecco. He's got a start in the Italian Cup on a 6.8. Come on, lad. And we've got him. He's a breakthrough prospect for us, but I thought we had an agreement as to how much playing time he was going to have. Wouldn't that show somewhere? Oh, I'm rattled. I'm rattled, people. I'm rattled. What is the what? They're not paying for him. I'm almost certain it's an important player for them. I guess we could look. This is not the best way to do this, is it? Important player. That's his agreed playing time. Important player. So he should get like a bunch of games, right? Because he has potential. He's got 3.5 to 4.5 star potential. He's operating at a Serie C level. We put him at the Serie C level and give him an opportunity to develop, so we don't have to use him. So hopefully he, like, I don't know, eats a little better. I don't know. We're paying him slightly better. Come on, son. Put on some weight. Work on your physicality. And then Perrier coming off the, what was it, broken toe? Yep. We have loaned him out to Ravenna, also at the Serie C level. He got a raise. He's up to 775. It's a 1-year deal to kind of like, hey, man, can you make it? I think he's going to be good. Now, the one thing I should have done with these guys, I was trying to help out our wage budget, right? He's got 3.5 to 4.5 star potential as well. He's also close to being playing time. But again, operating at the Serie C level. Want to give him a year to kind of really develop. He's already got an assist in the I was going to say the Coppa Italia, the Italian Serie C Cup. But I should have said I want him working as a ball-playing defender so that he could work on that. But he's 5'11", so if he ends up developing into being, a good defensive midfielder or central midfielder, and his attributes go up, he'll be 22 when we get him back. That's fine. Not worried about that one bit. We have signed, as you can tell here, on a free and then loaned him out, Magne Acluche. He's French, so I'm not sure if it's Acluche. Maybe. A bit of a flyer, to be honest. I said he's 19. He's going to be 20, in this season. But he's got 4-star potential. Operating a Serie C level, he's making 1.6K a week, but they're paying his full wages. Again, I thought it would show their playing time here. We've got him. This one, I said I want him working on an advanced playmaker. He could be the next Romano if he develops. It's going to take some work. But at the very least, I thought if we could loan him out, maybe his value goes up. He improves a little bit, and then we could sell him. Being 19, he's got a good chance to develop, and we're going to be giving him. Well, let's go find out. Surely there's a better way to do this. We're going to be giving him important player playing minutes. He's already got 86 minutes, one game in. So pretty happy with that. Again, a bit of a flyer, but we got him on a free. So again, someone else is paying the wages. It's not really costing us anything, and we could benefit. Like even if we sold it for 50 grand, that's more than we got right now, people. I'm so relieved that it's B teams, not Serie B teams. Okay. We already saw these guys. Marco Nichetti came in. He's currently rated as 3-star, rising to 4-star. Going downhill. Great. Good job, sir. Moretti. I actually signed him. I just remembered because he was 6'4", and I think we'd turn him into a center back. So we've got him training as a center back. He's currently part of the under 20 squad, but I like new thing in Football Manager 20 is you can take over individual training for a player for the whole year. It's not for the month. Either footed, we've got him working on that. I quite happy with that, to be honest with you. Again, getting on a free for €450 and 2.1K. I think are good deals. We've brought in, we already saw Alberto. I'm a little disappointed because I feel like his potential has dropped a little bit, or it was just that we misjudged it because our scouts aren't that great. 3.1K a week, 250 grand. He may be one we flip, but he's 22. You'd think he could improve. I was hoping this could be a Frank Erich for us. So we'll have to see how he ends up. But welcome to the club. The board's not happy. They're giving me an F on this because it could rise to 135 grand. I'm like, he's worth 250. What are you talking about? Anyway, Eob is also another could be disappointing. It depends on how he develops. He's 22. He's about to be 23. The potential is a little bit lower than I was expecting, I guess. But again, 22. His determination's already gone up. Are you serious? Yes, a massive amount. So massive you can't even show it. Because it's, still the start of the season. But he and Favelli are going to battle it out. He's only been on a 6.45 in the 5 friendly appearances he's had. Not great. But he's worth 145 grand. Again, I think he could turn into a Lunetta. We just got to... I think the game time is going to help him, right? If you look back here, he was getting game time. Serie C, now he's gone up a level. I think he's still a good deal at 45 grand. We have signed Anthony Zwolfs. He's Belgian. Zwolfs. Yeah? Zwolfs? Looks to be a gem aside from his first touch and some of his physicals. Now, when you look at the Superkeeper, obviously, the first touch is not... it's always important, right? Like, I can definitely see there's going to be some time where, like, we do a back pass and his first touch puts it 30 yards in front of him and the opposition striker takes it and scores. His physicals are terrible, but overall, he was an improvement over the 2 keepers we had, and he's young, and we signed him to a long-term deal. Important player, 3.6K. Whoa, it feels dirty to be paying that much. But he's a good player for our size, or for our side. We're just going to work with him on his first touch and his acceleration and see how he does. I'm hoping again, getting him consistent game time. He comes from Telstar in the Keuken Champion Division, the Danish champion division, where he did a 6.86 and a 6.97. For a goalkeeper, I thought that I think his attributes are quite good. I'm a little worried about the first touch. I'm definitely worried about, and then the composure and acceleration. It's a lot to pay, but like I brought in lesser keepers on trial. We brought in like 7 keepers on trial, and they all wanted like 2.5 to 3.2K, and this guy was significantly better than them and with higher potential. So I thought, he's probably worth it. And then we've brought in. I've wanted to use our youth keeper, the under 20 lad, but he just needs a little bit more seasoning. And so I thought this is a good mix, right? So we got Paul Tristan. He's Spanish, 2.1K, a lot, but he's already 3-star, so he's as good as the 2 keepers that left, and he's got some potential above that. We'll have to see. Santapolo is the one I'm talking about. Santapolo is 20, so he can't play in the under 20s, but Paul can, and so I'm hoping to rotate. He's our cup goalkeeper. He's only expecting cup games, so we're only going to give him cup games. And I'm going to rotate Zolz out every so often. I'm like, should we loan this guy out, Santapolo? I like that he had been improving up until this point, but maybe he needs the game time. Ooh, but then we wouldn't have a third keeper. I mean, we would. Galazzi. So if we have like a keeper injury crisis, I like having him here so we can work on his determination and mentoring and like all that kind of stuff, but he does need game time. So I'll have to have a think on that one. Those are the ends. Those are the ends, people. Loan deals. We've already looked at those. We already looked at the released. What else can I show you here? It took so long, my friends. I've changed shirts. Different day. We let our director of football go. He was on the, free contract, had just kind of been here. Not very good at his job. Was getting close to retirement age anyway. And our under 18 assistant manager, I've been kind of looking to replace, to be honest. 8.66, balanced, decent. Nothing wrong with him, but just decent. And sad day. Corrado has retired. Our 70, whatever it was, 77, 78-year-old head physio has hung up his stethoscope. That's a weird phrase. So we've signed, hopefully forever, Andrea Rossetti. There it is. Because he's a 20. And he's balanced. I would have loved, like, if you could get, like, professional or model citizen with a 20, you'd take it. But I'm not going to complain. I've seen this a couple times in this database where it's like, I don't know if there's just something weird going on where it doesn't know when some of the staff members stop being staff members at that club, right? If you go look at milestones, it's like, we're not sure when he finished at Pescara. So we'll take a 20, my friends. We love Corrado, but hey, he's good for another 35 years. Okay? We're doing all right. And then Gianpietro Perulli, maybe is how you say that, is our new under 18 assistant manager. He's only slightly better, but he's got he's not really good on the coaching aspect of it. Does he not have any coaching badges? See, this is another thing, right? It shows down here he was a player in 2019. It must have been before. Maybe he came on trial. Did we trial him? Because he doesn't show up here. I see this. I'm very confused by this, right? I'm like, oh, he's a former. No, he's not. I was thinking like he's a former player or something like that. Because he also played in the same season for Piacenza. So it's not. Maybe we trialed him. We'll have to go back and look. But he's finally hung up his boots. But he's got the resolute mentality. He's a 7, a 10, and a 9. Slightly better, and a 16. The actual coaching capabilities, not great. But I'm hoping he will influence it with his personality. and maybe over time we'll make him better. I can't believe he doesn't have any coaching badges whatsoever. Yes. What's he going to start on? We are getting Perulli his first coaching badge ever? That's kind of hilarious that they let us sign him. Although you could argue down here. Okay, nope, he's just the only one without a license. Oh no, this is just our senior staff. Anyway, I just think that's kind of interesting. I tend to, I don't know how you do this. I'd love to know in the comments if you're like me. I don't tend to sign staff members to short contracts because they tend to want raises every single time you negotiate a contract. And it's kind of annoying. Like, I could let my director of football do it, but we just let go our director of football. And I like to bring in good coaches. I don't trust the directors of football. I just don't. So I know I asked this recently and got some comments like, yeah, I only talk to people that apply, just like I do, right? And so he was I left it open for actually like 2 or 3 cycles to get more results in, and he finally came through. But you know, I like having that, but I also, it's like, okay, once we found somebody, I just want to lock them in. I just give me 3-year deal, sure. You know, $500 a week for 3 years, abso-freaking-lutely, knock yourself out. And hopefully that means, you know, as we continue to invest and get him, will he be to a national A by the time we get to the end of his 3 years? Who knows? But maybe he'll improve as a coach and help influence our under 18s. You know, a man can dream. A man can dream. So we're here at 112 grand. Yeah. Did I show you? Here's what the sponsorship pie looks like right now. So as you can see, I was asking for additional sponsors, and we got some. It looks like on the 13th is when those kicked in. So it's nice that, like, this is a 3-year deal, $180K a year for 3 years. So even if we got relegated, we're still getting paid. That's kind of nice. Oh man, I can't wait to see me editing this, because I was so terrified about that B team business. So this is what the squad looks like right now. Icardi is out with a damaged foot. Not going to risk that. That sounds pretty bad. Romano's got a tight groin, which it says he will be back tomorrow. What's his name? Antonio Tartaglione is coming off of, I guess, a tight hamstring. That's interesting. He's still struggling to regain his fitness from it. The loans, right? So we've got, I showed you that one. Okay, I guess I showed you all these. Yep, there's the loans. I do like this, right? That's not ideal for Mario. Mario, come on. And same thing with Ryan Cassidy. But Roberts has done all right. He kind of peaked and dropped off. So I do like this chart a good bit. Yeah. Aside from that, we've got Moretti in the under 20 squad, but it's saying that, like, he deserves a chance and he's probably going to get one. I want him to continue getting game time. We don't need him today necessarily. So our starting 11 for our Coppa Italia, first ever, at least on the save, Coppa Italia, we got Cassie up top with Brodic, because Scapini is going back and forth with his star rating. He's getting up there. So maybe we've lowered him to an impact sub. DVV is still recovering his strength from his injury, so that's fine. He's got some time. He's wanted on loan. I'm tempted. If we could bring in another striker, I might loan him out, but I like giving him a chance. So we're going to go Veroni, Rossi in the advanced playmaker. Marco Nichetti is going to get his first, start with the club. We've switched the ball-winning midfielder to the other side. I'll explain that here in a second. Zambataro and Labuti, and then Roberts. Dosena on the cover because he's got 10 aggression, so we're going to have him do cover so we don't lose out on that. And he's 6'4". Love that. And then Brasco on the right. And then our cup goalkeeper. First time ever I've had a specific cup goalkeeper. 19-year-old Spanish Paul Tristan. Is it Paul? Paul? Is it probably Paul? Ha ha! Thanks for the comments that you already left in the episode. Too late. I thought about... Oh, I know what I'm going to show you. I thought about taking pass into space off, and I'll explain that here in a second. But let me explain. Hold on, my nose is starting to run. This is great content. Enjoy it. I've switched the ball-winning midfielder to the right because Zambataro isn't as good on an attack roll. I don't think. We may change that up. It gives us the flexibility. It's not like he's terrible. He's got 8 flair. He's decent. It's just like we need him to develop more. And Labuti last year had like the most assists in a bajillion years. 15 assists in the league, 1 in the cup. So 16 total was, again, a league or a team record. And if you look at the comparison here on attack, he's slightly edging it. So we're going to have him get a little bit further forward. And with that, just like we had Lunetta last year over here, and we wanted someone a little more defensively on this side, now we got Nichetti here breaking up the counterattack is the idea. Now, again, on the passing into space, I thought about taking it off because if you look at the comparison here, let's go to the attack. We're about average now when it comes to pace, and then we are 5th in acceleration. So that's still decent. It's just not, top of the league. We're also a 13.6 on heading. So I thought about, should we do like floated crosses? But when you look at the jumping reach, again, 5th, not terrible. I'm not saying it's terrible. But from, let's go to general. From an average height standpoint, okay, average height of our strikers is 6 feet. Again, we're looking at average across all of our strikers. Average height of defenders is 6'1". So, like, does that really help us? Let's look at their at the jumping reach. Okay. So, I hate to just go, let's ping it up to somebody's head with mixed with floated crosses, but I'm considering it right now. But when you look, we get 5'11", 14 heading, still really good. But can he out jump a center back? Right, Brodic 5'11". So our starting ones maybe not so much versus like a DVV and a Scapini who is 6 foot tall and 13 heading and 12 jumping reach. So something to kind of consider there. And we've got a gap on our squad. Why do we have a gap on our squad? Who's our 9th substitute, people? Oh boy. We got midfielders. We've got left back options. I did re-sign Matteo Zanini. I was trying to find like an 18-year-old left wing back, and there just weren't any like valid options. We have one in our under 18s, but he's like a half star. So just gives us a little bit more coverage, which we probably won't need. But to be fair, last season he did substitute 16 times. So he wanted a squad player. I was like, nah, mate, fringe player. So he went from 1.4 to 2.3K, and I was like, that's fine. You won't play much, but that's fine. We brought Francesco Barba up just for this game. I'm just trying to see. Okay, we got 2 options on the right. Center backs. We only have 2 center backs. Right. Let's go get that. Let's go get you. You come on up. We can't have him. We gotta fix it. Oh, this is all out of sorts. All the center backs have to sit together. That's how it is on my bench. I don't know about yours. And we also have Santopolo because I'm trying to give him exposure, right? So if Paul here, if we're up 3-4-0, 60th minute, I want to bring on Santopolo because Paul should be happy because he started as the cup goalkeeper. This is what I'm thinking. And then Santopolo comes in and, does a job. That's kind of where we line up. I did say we weren't going to, we don't have time to do. I've already got another 12 minutes in this shirt recording. So that's what we're going to do next time, my friends, for the Coppa Italia. And this is what our schedule looks like. Again, I hate, why does it reset every single time? So you can see, nice bit of home support. Oh, I'll show you the last thing I'm going to show you here. There's nothing else here for you to look at. We've sold some more season tickets. Oh, it's not updated. It waits until they're officially, I guess the season officially starts. We're up to like 5,700. I told you I didn't think we'd get to 6,000, but I'd like to. A man can dream. A man can dream, my friends. I think that's all I've got for you. thanks for watching. Let me know how hilarious you thought it was that I thought we had a bunch of players that we signed that couldn't play. Right. Hit the like button. Can we get to 100 likes? Every single time I'm going to say that because it really does help. We'll bring it back next time. We're just going to do... We'll do our first game. They're in 20th alphabetically, but let's do it.